Right, very good morning. The weather outside is absolutely miserable. It is peeing down, and it looks as though it's going to pee down all day. So, as the main content of this YouTube channel is this. It's about Newcastle United, and it also has songs which I wrote and I perform for you. Now those songs, they are basically songs about Newcastle United, about hopes and dreams. Those hopes and dreams are for our club, for our players, so that we can rise up the table. Now, next weekend, we have Everton, and they're a bogey team. We all know that. So we've got to do our very best with what we have to deal with. But I'm not just going to talk about Newcastle United. I'm also going to bring other subjects in. And the reason why is this. Chatting to other YouTubers, and I now have fourth wall. It's not who I wanted, it's who I've got. So here's the thing, right, with our club. I've spoken many times when I've been singing. Harvey, Alexander, Jacob, Miggy, Sean, Anthony, Callum, not too certain on because of his back injury. And we have Sandro, we got Bruno. And when I sang in the song about those players, if each of those players can get 10 goals or more, our current leader is Harvey. He's on 3. So for him to get to 10, there's 7 goals. I think he's well capable of getting those 7 goals between now and Christmas. And he will take his chances. Anthony, well, he's got off the mark, and we all know Anthony does love to score. And of all those players, 10 goals apiece. What you got to think about is this. Last season, we had Alexander, who was our top goal scorer. But you see, the thing is this. If all of the players I mentioned in my songs can do what I've said in the songs, what happens is this. We're spreading the goals out within the team. We're working hard. Now, you know, when I go on about changing formations, what I'm speaking about there is this. We set up a certain way, whether it be 4-3-3, 3-3, and having one up front. We've got to mix it up. And as I've said quite a few times, that can be learned on the training pitch up at Long Benton. That can be done with a simple hand gesture by captain, or as the captain's going past another player, tell him. And then it'll go round to the rest of the lads within minutes. And we have got goals. What I want to see is goals galore. And like we did last season, we have got games where we're going to run riot. We're going to get 4 or maybe more. It is possible. The main thing I want to see with Newcastle United is between now and Christmas we can stay roughly between 7th, where we are sitting right now, in the top 3. We have done it. We have been there. And because of the hard work our lads are putting in, it's possible again. We have to make it all the way through to January. And then we can get new players to strengthen the squad. Yeah, I was disappointed too that we didn't have any marquee signing. I was really disappointed at that. But it is what it is. Now, here's the thing for you, right? Some weeks ago, a new law was brought in. That new law is this. It protects all cryptocurrency. Now, there's one particular person who is, he keeps banging on about this and banging on about that. Well, here's the honest thing for you right at the end of the day. What I didn't realise when I was creating the ERC20 was this. They need to be verified. Now, I wrote the instructions. Yes, I did. I named each one correct. But the programming of each, that was done by somebody else in a different part of the world. And what I didn't realise at the time was, before they can be bought or sold on any exchange, they have to be verified. The code has to receive a tick. And it is a simple process for someone who is fluent in code. That person is not me. I just wrote the instructions of what and where and how the end product would be. Now, I chose 2 locations. One, my home city, that's Newcastle upon Tyne. The other location, that's where I live. Now, each of those is hidden. It is hidden. It's hidden for a reason, because it needs to be verified first. Once it's verified, the likes of Instagram, Facebook, WRA, Clapper, TikTok will all get a code. That code is for everybody on those platforms, even here on YouTube. There will be a code so that you can link up with the said exchange, whichever one it may be. There are quite a number of different exchanges, so there is room to play. But, and I will say this again, each ERC20 must be verified first. Then, once it's verified, it can then be bought and sold. So the person who is keep banging on and stamping their feet, they have not got what I call a Scooby-Doo. That's all they're doing. They're shouting into a gale force wind. And we all know what happens there. Now, the one thing I'm also going to talk about is this. The application for personal independence payment. What that's about. Now, like I said to the Department of Works and Pensions assessor, who was a lady, was this. Scoliosis is in my spine. It's also moved from there to my left shoulder. Now, I've spoken to 3 separate doctors, and what they have said to me is this. 2 of them were men, and the 3rd was a woman. When you're young, it can be treated. It's an operation. Sometimes it can be a long operation, and sometimes it can be just a normal operation, but it is an operation. Now, the 3 people I've spoken to who are certified as a doctor turned around and said, I'm 57 years old. The risk at 57 is not worth taking. So, the thing is this. It's permanent. In other words, from now until 71 or higher, it will get worse. And there's nothing I can do about it. Now, one thing I can say too, and it is this. A lovely lady said to me in that interview, when I mentioned eyesight, your eyesight's very, very important. And she said to me about goggles for you UK. Well, I did that, and there's the case. There's the glasses. Now, with these glasses, what needs to happen is this bit here and that bit there need to be fitted. Okay? Now, what I need to do is go to an optician's with them and say, can you please fit them, and then ask how much they're going to charge for that. Pay that, then I wear them for the next 2 years. These ones, I can put them in an old box because my mum has 4 separate boxes for the glasses, and then I wear them ones. So the eyesight problem sorted. Now, another thing was migraine. I've suffered migraine all of my life. And another lady, this time in Manchester, she told me about a course of tablets, and they work. Now, one thing it also does tell you, it says it on the box. When you're taking that medication, do not drive and do not operate machinery. It's the same thing that when I was on tramadol, that said on the box. Now, that means it's powerful medicine. So, you have scoliosis, you have the eyesight, and do you want to know something, right? With the eyesight, there's a thing called a stigma or stigmatism, one of the two. It's in this eye. This eye I'm pointing to and the other eye, they're different. Who would have even guessed that? So, the other thing which I mentioned to the assessor was this: arthritis. The arthritis was spotted when I lived in Gateshead, the other side of the River Tyne. And neck complaint. I was asked to do certain things. I did those things as best I could, because you do in front of a doctor those things the best you can. And the doctor turned round and said, you've got arthritis in the neck. Now, one thing I can honestly say to you, and it's this. This is for the personal independent payment. You know I play guitar. You know that because you have seen me playing the guitar and singing songs. But here's the thing. from here downwards, my hands change colour. And when that happens, I play guitar and then I have to stop. I don't want to stop, but I do anyway, because I have pains. And one thing also, like I said to the doctor, right here, that part there is solid. Just that part. Rest of the hand, that's fine. And that part there, which is solid, gives me grief, aggro. So, somebody was also mentioning about having a store linked to the YouTube channel. Well, when I created that, what I did was, it said I was connected to YouTube, and a lot of you turned around and said, we can't find it. Well, this morning, that is now fixed. It is right next to a thing called Patreon, Facebook, Instagram. So the link is now done. It's fixed. Now, I was looking last night at adding things. A little short glass and hoodies, a beanie hat, which is, I mean, this one's not a beanie hat. This one has the thermal part on the inside, but mine will have my logo there. One thing I did notice last night, Christmas jumpers. And the jumper I wear, which has the strip here across the chest, they do them but in the Christmas style, so that it would be my name across here, and it would be in a Christmas style. There's different colours available as well, but there are trucker style hats, there are bucket style hats, sweatshirts, t-shirts, shorts and jogging bottoms. Now, they all come from the United States of America, and the reason why I speak about them is because our CEO, who is just stepping down, Darren Eales, and not what somebody said, as in the eel that swims in the river. I thought that was quite funny. However, he came from Atlanta in the United States of America, and I couldn't even tell you where Atlanta is because America's a big vast country. But I do know that we want more sponsorship for our club moving forward, so that we can have the money to buy new players for improvements to St James's Park, our training facilities, etc. So, yeah, But the one thing I'm looking forward to is because obviously all of the different places I have mentioned in this video, I hope to hear this week about whether I get a yes or whether I have to fight to get the personal independence payment. If I have to fight, so be it. I'll fight for it. Because I'm going to use medical evidence to fight for it. Because everything I've mentioned, that should be in my medical records. So, there we go. What I'm hoping as we move forward towards 2025 is to keep on growing the YouTube channel by contacting big American YouTube channels who I share anyway and asking them to give me a shout out when they do their videos. If that works, if that message gets through and I do grow, brilliant. So, thanks very much for watching. And hopefully, when you're coming into the comments, hopefully I won't get, oh, he's waffling on again. If you think I'm waffling, trot on. If you think at the end of the day that the stuff I mention in the crypto part is absolute twaddle, trot on. Now, if there is somebody watching who is fluent in coding and you want to make an investment, then verify my codes and we move forward. So, thanks for watching. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe and spread the word, because I'm closing in on 2,000 videos. Once I hit 2,000, there's going to be another 2,000 or higher. So this channel's going nowhere, except I hope more subscribers and higher on the search engine optimization as well. Thanks for watching.